Welcome back to Vikings Postgame Tonight. Jim Rich, Pierre, Noujaim, and the analyst, Pete Bercich. The Vikings are in the playoffs. We now know when they will play. They will play the New York Giants this Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. It'll be the second game, and you'll see it right here on Fox 9. All right, Pete, so everybody's set for this. The Giants, they've been locked into this 6th seed, so it seemed a foregone conclusion that the Vikings would meet them. How about overall? What kind of team, what did they put together this year? How did they become a playoff team?
I think they're a team that got to the playoffs and got to where they are because of the start that they had. If you remember, I think they were 5-0 and ended up being like 6-1, right? So they came out of the gate relying very, very heavily on their running back, relying on Saquon Barkley. You have a rookie quarterback. Makes sense. At the time, I remember thinking about it earlier in the season, thinking, Saquon Barkley, can he hold up to having that much work, right? So now it's the playoffs, so expect Barkley to get a lot more work, right? And but that's it. And they're a very aggressive, physical defense. They have some of the Dexter Lawrence is one of my favorite defensive linemen in the league to watch play. He's just so good. He's like 6'5", 360, right? He's a Diet Coke.
All?
He's a Diet Coke from like 400 pounds. And he's just he's an animal pass rusher. He's a great player. So they're very, very aggressive defensively, which we talked about earlier. They peeled that back, I think, out of fear of Jefferson being able to blow a game or wide open. And that's what makes an offense go is when you can get explosive and how you can get explosive, because that's the first thing that the defense is going to try to stop. We saw that case in point the last time they came here because they were very conservative. Will that hold up? I don't know.
Are they confident, Pete?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure
pretty good about themselves.
I'm sure they are. Absolutely. I mean, you look at the NFC East last year. And then the schedule came out for this year, and you're looking at the schedule going, oh, my God, you got Philly and Dallas, and, Washington. They're all terrible, right? Somebody had to, and then that cold front just moves south, right? So now everyone looks at the NFC South and goes, should they even get a home game because they won the division? Or they won
Get that debate every year.
Right. So that's how quickly things obviously in this league, can turn. Very tough division, toughest division in football, arguably. Having to face the Redskins twice. I'm sorry, the Commanders twice. Having to face the Giants twice. Dallas twice. I mean, they've played some very, very tough teams. So, they're going to be confident. They feel like they've played the best in the NFC. Maybe outside of, I don't know if they played San Francisco, but they have to sit there and think that we've played the best teams in the NFC and hung with them for the most part. So. Why not us?
Yeah, the Vikings, like we said, they already played the Giants, so far this season. Minnesota knocking off the Giants 27-24 back on Christmas Eve. Pete, when you've played a team once and then you have to play them again in a playoff matchup, how much do you really draw from that previous meeting, and who really has the advantage? Is it the team that already knows it's had the advantage of beating him, or is it a team that, hey, we lost but lost narrowly, and maybe we have a little bit more to draw from and correct for the rematch?
From my experience, and having been around this league for 27 years, and it's the second time you play a team. I think the key to it is understanding what their offense and defense were trying to do, what we were trying to do, what we did that worked, and how what we're going to give them that same look and do something different, right? They're going to expect the right hook, and you're going to give them a jab, a boxing analogy.
Yeah.
On the second matchup, I don't necessarily think that it's going to be that big. If the team's playing another team 3 times, right, beating a team twice, and then you got to play them again, that's where complacency might creep in a little bit, right, during the week of practice, and you're like, we're playing these guys again. We beat them twice. You're watching the film, and you're like, we beat up on them a couple times. Right. Don't forget, we needed a fumble, a block punt, and an interception.
That's right.
To beat these guys last second on a 61-yard field goal, right? So it's not as if when you turn the film on, you're going to see us blowing them out, or vice versa. So there's definitely being at home is another big confidence boost, but I don't think by any means the Vikings would look at this Giants team and say, and then have a letdown, so to speak.
Yeah, and I think I have a little bit of an issue with a lot of people who are saying, I'd rather play the Giants than play the Packers. I've heard a lot of that this week, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why?
Well, when it comes to the playoffs, you want to play at home, right?
Yeah.
You want to play at home, you can.
Fine. Yeah.
And I think to your point on that, yeah, you have to play everyone at some point,
Yes.
right? I mean, whether or not it's on the road or at home, but it's like, oh, we don't want San Francisco to come. It's like, well, you're gonna have to play them sooner or later.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So here we go, and like we always said, it's about what team gets hot at the right time. It's a different league than it was 20 years ago when there were 2 teams that had to bye, and those teams almost categorically won
Yes.
the first playoff
Yes.
game.
Yep.
Right now, you're seeing 6 seeds go all the way, to the big game and win on the road 3 times.
Right.
I mean, it's a different league right now. So who knows what can happen?
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, Justin Jefferson, a sensational year. Obviously the most explosive weapon the Vikings have right now. But when you look at the other receiving options, who's number 2 right now? It's always been Adam Thielen, right? Just automatically. Jefferson, Thielen. When it was Diggs, it was Thielen. But now KJ Osborne. After a day like today, granted it was, kind of a mop-up game, but he's shown things the last couple of weeks. And then TJ Hawkinson. He all of a sudden has become perhaps the number 2 option.
If you add what Hawkinson's done between here and Detroit, he's well over 100 receptions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's the number 2.
Okay.
Hawkinson, in that run after catch today that he had, that's like I saw that and you're like, that's why we brought you in. That's what you've done against us 100 times, right? And he's another guy that early on in games he's had some issues or just not catching the ball. I mean, we got to start faster. We talked about that. But KJ Osborne, I'll tell you what, I would say this with the receiving core in the red zone, that Adam Thielen is definitely the number 2 that Cousins is going to look for because Thielen is such a precise route runner. Yeah, he's so smart. He knows coverages and those things. But in between the 20s, I mean, you got to start liking KJ Osborne and what he can do. It was to the point today where there were some balls that could have and maybe should have gone to Jefferson that did not go his way. They went toward Osborne. They went to a different receiver. So, I really love the way Osborne has developed. We saw him develop physically. If you remember training camp, everyone was talking about how big he got.
Yep.
Right? His arms got big, and he went up to Ypsilanti, Michigan, and must have been running the sand dunes and do the workouts or whatever. But he's worked very, very hard to get where he is now, and he's not surprised by it, which I think is the best part of the whole thing. He and Thielen, and it's good when you don't have a defined number 2.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're like, okay, we got to take away Jefferson. All right, well, what do we do with the rest of them? It's like, I don't know. You pick your poison, right? I mean, between Thielen, KJ Osborne, and TJ Hawkinson, you've got some options there. Yeah, we'll see.
Let's talk about this Vikings defense real quick. Looked good today against a pair of backup quarterbacks. I mean, no disrespect, but, this has been the issue with this team all season long. And in your opinion, what needs to change? What does this group have to do better in order for Minnesota to win in Wild Card Weekend and move on to the divisional round?
Well, I kind of cringed a little bit when Shannon Sullivan was kind of limping off the field and eventually went down because I don't know if anybody else has taken a snap all year at nickel. We've played with 3 safeties at a couple of points of the season, but Shannon Sullivan's kind of like the guy. Now, Duke Shelley is a big key to all of this, and I love Duke Shelley because he's out there and he doesn't come out. He stays out there. He's physical. He's not very big, but it doesn't matter, right? He's a guy that has been in this league for a number of years and has fought his way to get to where he is now, and he's not going to give that up easily, right? And you want him to be playing his best football now. He's got 4 or 5 games under his belt. That's good. Patrick Peterson, smart. The interception he had today, it's because he was not worried so much about the receiver, but was paying attention to the football. The quarterback threw the ball where he thought the receiver was going to be, and if Peterson just hugged the receiver, that ball would have gone over his head. I mean, you got to get so when it looked easy, but he still, to his credit, put himself in the right position. He's smart.
Right.
And then I think with Harrison Smith out there, the whole thing, the whole unit, the whole group runs so much more smoothly. So to answer your question, you asked me what time it was. I told you how a watch was made, right?
Yes, sir.
You have Harrison.
It's reality.
You have the experience of Peterson and Smith out there helping out, Bynum and Duke Shelley, and then Shannon Sullivan. He's just been a constant there, and you know, I got to make sure that he's healthy, because if he's nicked up, then that's another issue. But then again, the Giants don't have, you know, a $15 million a year wide receiver.
That's
right?
true.
I mean,
They
Darius Slayton is a good football player.
Yeah.
But it's not like when you think of the Giants, you think of Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
Yep.
Right? You don't think about the rookie quarterback who's very, very good at throwing in between the hashes. He's like a poor man's Jimmy Garoppolo, right? That's how I compare him. I mean, in between the hashes on slant routes, man, he can be you know, he can be good, right? He can be cold-blooded, but he doesn't have the, you know, outside, and they kept going to that all game long. I mean, he must have thrown 50 slant routes, right? And if he'll just get back, he's going to look up, if the slant's there, he'll throw it. If it's not, he's going to pull it down and run. That's what you have to defend. And it's up to, you know, the big guys up front to win their battles.
All right. We're going to take a break.